It's Mr. Trill Talk, No Pill Talk, in here with LABRISHIA ARMINGTON of Total Grand Financial Services. How you doing today?
Fine, how are you?
Okay, so kind of explain what you do exactly at Total Grand Financial Services, and what made you want to get into it.
So here at Total Grand Financial Services, we prepare taxes, provide credit repair, notary services. And what made me get into it is like my business partner. I met her in 2018, and she had a lot of ventures going, and she kind of just introduced me to the tax world and taught me everything that I needed to learn. And I seen it was like a great opportunity for a business, and I just went from there.
Okay, so sometimes you have people, they don't know like exactly a lot of the things that come with filing the taxes. Like they don't know about the child tax credit and the child care credit. What's the difference in some of those things?
So this year, like the child tax credit, is like the credit that you get for your dependent. So if your dependent is 0 to 5, this year they increased it. You will receive $3,600, and if your child is 6 to 17, it's $3,000. Some individuals decided to receive payments throughout last year from July to December, so they received half of the credit and then received the other credit on their tax return this year, and others decided to opt out.
That's the child tax credit or the child care credit?
The child tax credit.
Okay.
The child care credit, they adjusted that also this year, where like if you pay someone to babysit your child while you was at work, that you can get half of that amount back. So if your child went to daycare, if someone watched your child like at their home or at your home, you can file that on your taxes. And like for one child, you can file up to $8,000 and you will receive like $4,000 back. And for multiple children, you can file up to $16,000 and get $8,000 back.
Okay. So what about say a person, like some people go a long time without filing taxes because they think they ain't getting nothing, so they be like, I ain't gonna file my taxes. So what would you recommend to the person do in this situation, like as far as getting their taxes caught up?
I would definitely recommend that like they go at least like 2 years back and get their taxes caught up. So just say, for instance, if you didn't file in 2019. So let's file 2019, 2020, and then 2021. I definitely feel like you should go in that order. Just do not file 2021 because they're going to send you some in the mail from letting you know that you owe because your past employers have definitely sent in the information to them so they know that you worked.
Okay, so what they would have to go and get like a transcript or something like that, like showing it from their old taxes, like the old W-2s and stuff like
Yes, you can go get your wage transcript on irs.gov, the wages that your employer have already reported to the IRS, and then you can file your taxes, or if you have your old paperwork, your W-2s, you can also file like that.
Okay. And could I file a return with no income this year? Like if I didn't make anything this year, could I still file? Or do I need to file?
Yes, definitely. So for parents that have dependents and you did not work last year, they have adjusted it where you can file this year. Like you can carry your own dependent, so you can get, if you did not receive any credit, like child tax credit, you can get that full child tax credit on your return this year. And also, just say for instance, like you didn't receive your stimulus, like we can put your stimulus on there, your child stimulus on there, and also your child tax credit. So you can get a full return with no income.
Okay, so how would, say a person was behind in child support, but they came and filed their taxes. Can you kind of explain to them why they can't like get the loans, the rush loans, the loans before that?
The advance loans. Yeah. So if you owe child support or owe any, like if someone to put a lien on your tax return, like for instance, like student loans or anything this year, which they have deferred that, so student loans might not be an issue this year, but they put a lien on there. So once we submit everything for like the advanced loan, they're going to see that you have a lien on there, so the bank do not want to take that chance. So you will get denied for the loan, and then whatever amount that you pay in child support or student loans, they will take that. And if you have a remaining balance, then you, a remaining, like any of your tax returns left, they will send it to you. You will get that, but they'll take their money first.
Okay, so why do some tax refunds be high and some of them be like real low? Like you had a real big high ones and you had a real low ones.
Everybody situation is just different. Like on their tax returns, I had some people come and sit in front of me and was like, hey, I went down the street and they quoted me this much or that much, or they told so and so they was gonna get $20,000 back. That might be the case, but you have to think about some individuals have came to me and they have received $20,000 this year, but they decided to opt out. They carried all of their dependents on there, so they received all of that money back at once instead of getting payments last year. And then my individuals that decided that they wanted to receive the monthly payments for their children, then their tax returns was low. If you're used to getting $9,000 and this year whatever you might receive $5,000 or $4,000, you have to remember you already received $4,000 or $5,000 last year from July to December, so you kind of got to add that on there and think about that. So it's just like if your tax return is low this year, it's because most likely you have already received that half that credit for your child tax credit, so you're not getting a full credit. They're not going to give it to you twice.
Okay. So, what credits do you get for if you had a child born in 2021, would you still get credit for that?
Yes, so if you had a child in 2021, you will receive their stimulus, which was $1,400, and then you will also receive the full child tax credit for your child, which was $3,600. So if you had a newborn, that's automatically $5,000.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So if you filed a tax on the 1st of February, when could you expect your return?
So if you filed at the 1st of February, it might be in the first batch. I know for my individuals that decided to file early, they did start accepting January the 18th for some, and then the official date was January the 24th. So we're predicting anytime after February the 15th, the first batch of tax returns will be released. So yeah, and then after that or whatever, they continue to release them every Wednesday. And if you want to check your status on IRS.gov, just go to Where's My Refund, and they usually update on Saturdays and release returns on Wednesdays.
Okay, so say the self-employed people, the people that do the Cash App. I've seen there's been a lot of talk about the Cash Apps. If it's over $600, you have to file and stuff like that. How does that work?
So it just took effect this year, sometime in January, but you should receive it have to be set up on a business, like a business Cash App. And
so a regular Cash App, it wouldn't do it. I mean, you wouldn't have to worry about it.
I don't believe so. No, I think it's if you have a business Cash App, and you would know because it's it'll have a little business at the top of the Cash App. And then you'll receive a form. I think it's maybe a 1099-K, I believe that's what it's called. And then you can file that on your tax return for next year.
Okay, say I got my W-2 from one job, but then I worked at another job. Then you file the unemployment this year. They didn't take taxes out of it. So how would that work?
They will definitely adjust it. If you had no taxes taken out of your unemployment, they will adjust your tax return. So you will pretty much have to pay the taxes, from your tax return, on your tax return.
Okay, so is there any other things you do that you offer up here at Total Grand Financial?
Yes, we offer credit repair, debt counseling, audit protection, life insurance, and I'm a certified notary.
Okay. So if you wanted to file, what's the difference between filing married and jointly? What are some of the benefits and some of the not so beneficial things?
I feel okay. So if you decide to file married and jointly, that'll put all of your income together. Hopefully each one of y'all had taxes taken out, because sometimes it might cause you to owe if taxes was not taken out. And then at the same time, if you decide to file married, filing separately, sometimes it brings down your return. If your spouse is not on there, but they know you're married, so it has its pros and cons. But
what's the biggest, probably the biggest return you've seen?
the biggest return I have seen this tax season has been $22,000.
Okay, and what's the lowest you've seen?
The lowest I've had seen.
Well, the most you've seen somebody owe.
Oh wait, okay, the most I think. Oh my, maybe like 7,000, and that individual had no taxes taken out,
Okay.
and made a very large amount of money. So yeah.
And if you did that, could you pay that back like in payments, or would you have to pay that all back at one time?
Oh no, like they will send you a letter in the mail, and then it will be a number on there, or also like the website where you can go, and if you go on the website to set up payments, like they'll let you know if you have a like a down payment to put down, and then you can just do the payments each month. You don't have to pay it at all. Like just set up the payments.
Okay, so like okay, you said you can work payments out like that. So what if I got behind like 4 years? Like what's the like the max, like if you say I didn't file tax for 5 years, when would they start like garnishing your paychecks and stuff like that? How long would it take?
Maybe like 3 years. You would definitely like receive something in the mail, letting you know like, hey, we didn't receive this. I have seen someone getting a letter in the mail not too long ago from 2019. Like they just caught up with it and informed him or whatever. Like, hey, you didn't report one of your jobs, so they adjusted his tax return for that for 2019, and he has to pay now. So, yeah.
Okay, so anything else you want to tell them or let them know you have any specials you running, like referral bonuses and stuff like that?
For everyone that files with me, I will be doing like a drawing at the end of tax season. And it will be money. Last year I gave away a car. This year will be money. So just come and file with me. And then if you, I know like it's no exact date right now for a tax return release, but if you need money right now, like you can come and see me, and we do advance loans from $500 to $6,000, and you usually know if you approve or not within like 24 hours, and the money is in your bank account the next day.
Okay, so is anything else you want to talk about?
No, I don't believe so. Okay. Like if you're just looking for someplace to file, then you can contact me at 903-690-3786.
All right, and that's Trill Talk No Pill Talk with LABRISHIA, of Total Grand Financial Services.